Okay, let's have a look at the reaction of alkenes. Okay, so when we are talking about the reaction of alkenes, just remember also there's a term we have to introduce, electrophilic addition. Okay, 这一个词它就是简单来讲 is adding of the electrophile to the double bond. And what is electrophiles? It's when we have so basically it's electron loving lah. 因为 the main thing that you want to focus on is that you want to look at the word addition, because we have different types of reaction. We introduced this like alkane or something. Did I? Not in alkane. I think it's introduction of the organic chemistry. Okay, but when we look at this word addition, okay, 它就是讲着 there must be adding of the electron because it's electron loving. Okay, and the reaction includes of hydrogen, steam, hydrohalide, and also halogen. So let's have a look. So 我们这里看到的 is actually adding of the electron because we are adding more electrons in there. Okay, it comes from C2H2, H4, add a 2 hydrogen, then it becomes alkane. Again, same goes with the steam, it adds to the reaction. Okay, so 我们会看到的是它们的那个 compound will start to increase, and like in terms of the electron number of atoms, and at the same time 它也是 increase 我们的那一个 electron numbers. Okay, so that's the reason why it's called electrophilic addition. Electrophilic addition. Now, oxidation is basically increase of the number of oxygen. Okay, so in this case 我们加更多 oxygen 的话 but you have to be careful, it must be the oxygen itself. Okay, this is the oxidizing agent. 也就是讲这 that is the cause of what oxidation happen. Okay, now that's the two reactions currently we have to learn for unit 1, and we will look more in unit 2, 4, and 5. Now, in terms of the saturation test, okay, halogens can be used to test 我们的那个 saturation. Okay, so we use bromine, 我们也有看过的. Okay, and then we shake it, see if there's a reaction happening. So if the compound, 如果我们加这个 bromine 进去, if the compound is unsaturated, it will be decolorized. Okay, because the addition reaction will happen, it will start to replace it. Okay, so that's the reason, that's how you can test it. Okay, so whenever you're doing 它的那些 experiment 的问题，这种你就要去记得它这样子的 steps. Okay, you add a bromine with the compound of the alkene, and then shake it. If the bromine water is still there, that means that is saturated. If it's unsaturated, then that means that it will become colorless. It will become a alkane after. Okay, so that's the reaction happening. Done. The next part, electrophile addition, the mechanism. So we are looking more detail of the mechanism. Okay, why is it adding electron there? It's also in terms of 我们的这一个 polarity. Okay, so we can not polarity, electronegativity. What am I saying? So 我们看到这里的是，如果我们的那个 electronegativity is lower, then it will be electron deficient. 如果是 electron negativity 是比较高的话 it's attracting more of the electrons. So in this case, bromine is attracting more of the electrons. So let's have a look. Again, we are looking at this case. Okay, what happens 是我们的这一个 hydrogen and bromine 它们要进去我们的这个 alkene, so it becomes an electrophilic addition. Okay, so 我们这里就会看到它已经 combine 进去了，看到吗？这里变去这里。Okay, so in this case, we have the two different cases. Okay, but I'll introduce after. Okay, so 我们看到这里是 bromine 本身，因为刚刚我们看到了嘛 我们这里的 electronegativity is lower 的情况 it will be electron deficient. So that means who is getting more electrons here? Bromine is getting electrons, more electrons, and the more electrons is getting from the secondary part. Okay, or even the hydrogen. Not hydrogen, the carbon. So 这里呢，我们就会讲 this is a 2-bromo propane. But however, there are cases 如果我这里加到的是不是 secondary 的，也就是讲这不是中间的 ，OK， 或者是 tertiary 的 ，it's at the primary, which is the very far further out of the electron, a carbon. OK, so that means 我们这里就会形成 1-bromo propane. However, 在我们的 primary case 的时候 it will be less stable. OK， 因为我们中间怎么样也好，它需要 break down 更多的地方，它才可以就是become more stable 嘛，就是很像讲 you have to break a lot more of the walls in order to get to the bromine. Okay, so hence 如果我们的 secondary is bigger than our primary, that's what I want to conclude here. But overall, both of the cases you see are 我们的electrophilic addition. Now, what if it's with halogen? 如果是 halogen 的 case 的话 okay, so for example, what are halogens? For example, 我们的 bromine. Okay, I think I probably was saying bromine just now. It was bromide before, and then now it's bromine. Sorry, that was a mistake. So 如果我们看到这里 bromine 和 bromine 它们要进去嘛，对不对？ It will have, it looks like similar, but in one case 它其实有一个是比较强的，它的一个 electronegativity 是比较 stronger 的 okay, it's higher. Okay, the other one is lower, even though they are the same atoms. Okay, so hence in the exam 你需要去讲的就是有一个是 electronegativity is higher, which one is electronegativity is lower. Okay, it's not always perfect one. It's always one is slightly negative. So hence 我们这里的 case it will just become the same. It's just both of them will attract to 就是 maybe like this case lah. That's one of the scenario that may happen. Okay. I think this is the last part. Yep, this will be the last part, which is additional of the polymerisation. It looks like it's complicated, but it's actually not. Okay, so let's have a look. So 我们讲这的是 additional polymerisation 就是讲这我们有 n number of the carbon, for example, n number of the ethane. How can we write it in terms of repeating unit? So we can write in terms of the bracket, 然后我们就讲 there's a branch out, where they are connecting with the n numbers of it. Okay, so what it's trying to visualize is C and C, double bonding, H like that. Supposedly 我应该也会有更多的 C like that, right? Okay, I have a C coming out like that, H, double bonding, etc, etc. Same goes to here. 只是我要 repeat 的部分，你会发现到这里 oh, this should be C. 这里是它的 repeating 的那个部分 so that's the reason why we call it as polyethane, because we are trying and we're trying to make it as polymerization because it's trying to do the same thing. Okay, so hence that's how we can do it. Let's do some examples. Okay, so here is some visualization if you need. So let's see. Oh yeah, another thing is 它有一些时候它的那个 repeating unit it will change from double bonding to single bond. Okay, so if that's the case, yep, if it's in terms of drawing diagram out 的话，它其实是会 break 成我们的 single bonding. Just be careful of that. So there's no more double bond, or you can treat as the double bond has become here and here. Okay, that's how you can remember. So let's have a look. 我们这里的 case Okay，我们看到哪里是 repeating 呢 ？Here and here. So that is how we can write our polymerization addition. Done. And then make sure you put the n here because it's repeating n of them. Or depends on how the question is asking. Okay. The second one. 这一个看起来我们的 pattern is coming from here and all the way until here. Because 如果我 include 这个 CH2 的话，它就不是 repeating 了。Okay, so you have to make sure to deduce where the repeating is at. So it would be CH2, CH, COH2 here, and then 我们的 branch out here. Done. That's how we can deduce it. Now, the third case, this is a special case. Okay, this is also a special case. Is it a special case? No, it's not. It's not a special case. I'm overthinking. Sorry. So, 这里的话，我们只是从这里和这里。Okay? So that means it becomes 我们的 H H C C O H O H branch out done and n number of it. Yep, that'll be it for alkenes. All right. Oh, and also make sure you do the required reading, which is the next section.